All righty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola. Thank you for coming out and dodging the raindrops. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? All right. On behalf of Jazz Lincoln Center, welcome everyone to Dizzy's. We're going to hear some great music by some wonderful and extraordinary artists. Just a few house rules, just to be mindful of the conversations at the table. Do it to a quiet whisper so we can all go on this musical journey together. So without further ado, help me welcome on the drums, Mark Whitfield Jr. on the drums. On the bass, Chris Smith on the bass. On guitar, Andrew Renfroe. And our headliner this evening, always great seeing her here at Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola, and quite frankly, seeing her in general. Let's give a Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola welcome to Tia Fuller.
Once again, put your hands together for Mr. Andrew Renfroe on guitar. Mr. Chris Smith on the bass. If I could get a little bit more level. Thank you. And Mr. Mark Whitfield Jr. on the drums. So, we're gonna start in Africa, all right? I'll tell you the theme a little bit later, but all civilization started in Africa, right? Right? Okay, I just want to make sure we know a little bit about history. So we're going to start there, and we're going to keep it moving. This first composition is a composition that I wrote for one of my spiritual teachers out in Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Dr. Daniel Black. I call him Baba. I was a part of an African sisterhood called Nzinga. And he wrote a book that I highly advise everyone to check out. It's called The Coming, and it talks about the slaves' rendition or narrative of the Middle Passage and all of the unrighteousness that happened during that. So, if you listen closely, starting from Africa, we start in Africa with the Africa drums. And then we move to the second portion of being on the unstable boat and all of the injustice that happened there. You'll hear that in the music. You'll hear the instability. And then the third section is the plantation, and the very last section is freedom, okay? So keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. And there's, well, first of all, did I tell you guys the name of the new album? No, okay. So we started in Africa. Now, the name of the new album is entitled Diamond Cut. And the more research that I've done about diamonds upon writing for this album, the more I realize that it's a reflection of all of us. And did you all know that as diamonds in your community, and to be diamond cut, or to be a diamond knows that it's a diamond upon inception, being embedded in the earth, right? And as the diamond arises to the surface of the earth, you have to endure, or the diamond endures, an extreme amount of temperature, an extreme amount of pressure to come to surface. Now, this is what really gets me kind of emotional. When you get to the top of the surface as the diamond cut, that term, Webster's dictionary says that it doesn't pertain to the size or the shape, but a diamond pertains to balance and proportioning. Also, the brilliance of a diamond rests in how much light is reflected within and throughout the diamond. Come on, ladies, we know about that, right? So, to me, when I was writing for this album, it was about what it is to look like a diamond and to feel like a diamond, enduring an extreme amount of pressure and temperature as you rise to the earth, and that we are all diamonds and we are all diamond cut. And once we are poured into through our life from our mentors, our mothers, our fathers, our friends, sometimes even our enemies, we're able to reflect the light and the lesson upon other people. So that's the whole scope of the evening, and that's the whole scope of this celebration of this release. So with that, we're gonna start in the trenches with this next composition entitled In the Trenches. All right, you guys doing okay? All right, here we go. You all doing okay out there? We had to bring it down in the meditative mode, right? That last composition was another original that I wrote for all of the queens in the house. Who's a queen? One of the diamond queens. Yeah, it's okay to celebrate yourself. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna ask that question one more time. Who's a queen in the house? Yeah, okay. Just in case we're not sure of the definition of the queen, a queen is someone who, and it's not limited to, of course, but someone who wakes up in the morning, makes breakfast for the kids, gets the kids off to school, and then has to go into her job. Yeah? Does that sound okay? Queen-like? Okay. What about, after coming home from the job, picking up the kids, bringing the children home, not only cooking dinner, but working on homework with the children, bringing them to soccer practice, dance practice. Now, I'm not discounting the gentleman at all, but we're gonna celebrate the queen. So that last composition was entitled Queen Intuition. That's that level of intuition that a lot of women's intuition that we talk about. That's what that was about. So hopefully you all enjoyed that. We're gonna continue with the standard. And in celebration of Diamond Cut, we're celebrating not only the diamonds, all of you diamonds out there, and being cut as beautifully as you are, but also the diamonds that have come before, those people that have poured into us, our ancestors, and diamonds in the jazz community. In this next composition, I arranged in light of John Coltrane, because he's one of my diamonds in my life. And this is a tune that he did not write, but he did play, and this is entitled Soul Eyes, so that I hope that you all enjoy. This is gonna feature Mr. Chris on the bass. Here we go. good time up here. Hopefully you all are having a good time with us. All right. Are you enjoying your meals? Yeah? Okay, that too. All right. So I think we have one more for you. I want to thank you all so much for coming to the official Diamond Cut CD release party. Yes! Yes! This was a hard baby to push out. I don't have any children, but all my albums are my babies, and this one was a 6-year push. So that's right. It's pushing? All right. All right. So if you all would like to take us home with you, via CD, that is, we do have CDs available. Roland, are they over here? Okay. That fine gentleman behind the bar right there, he has some CDs for you all to take home if you'd like to take it home. So we're going to conclude with another standard, an arrangement of a standard that I did. And Cole Porter is one of my favorite composers, and because he was so honest. What he wrote was a reflection of who he was. I don't know if anybody has seen that movie, The Lovely, but if you haven't, check it out, because it's about his life. Yeah, a couple people over there? Okay, cool. So this next and final composition is entitled I Love You, and it's dedicated from us to you for being the first listeners of this album and this music of Diamond Cut. So thank you so much. God bless. And here's I Love You. Get a little bit more on this mic, you see, because we're feeling real tight. I'm trying to freestyle up here, because, yep, you know, we got to go back in there on this little mic. Okay, you guys are ready. I know this is Dizzy's at Lincoln Center. Are y'all having a good time? All right, please put your hands together for Mr. Andrew Renfroe on the guitar. Bad boy. Hey, 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 hey. And on bass, just to give you a little bit of backstory, Andrew, I was introduced to him through a very good friend of mine, a great vibraphonist, Warren Wolf. I think he's watching on live stream. Hi, Warren. But I want to say thank you and I love you. And thank you for introducing me to Andrew, because I met him just like about 3 weeks ago. And this is the third time that we played together, just 2 rehearsals. And this is what has come of it. So I can't wait for the many more performances that we have. Beautiful, beautiful person and player. And back here on the bass, looking like Mr. GQ in the face. You see, no. I met Chris, Minneapolis. And he actually, my bass player wasn't able to make it, so we were playing at the Dakota, which was a club out there. This might have been about 10 years ago. I think I was on the road with Beyonce, right? Something like that. But he came in and killed all my music. Now, I don't write the easiest music for bass players. There's like a whole bunch of moving lines, and he came in and just killed it. So I was like, that imprint stuck in my mind, and here we are 10 years later. I called him up to see if he could do this date and many others. He was like, yes, and I'm so thankful. So please put your hands together for Mr. Chris Smith on bass. Holding it down real tight, real nice, you see, because you're looking all right. His tooth is hurting, but that's okay, because he's just blurting on the drums. Okay, I'm making up words. That's all right, because this is like my little big brother. I call him the ninja. We'll be in Europe, traveling and walking through the airport, and it's like he sees everything before anything happens. So anytime we're like trying to shift flights and layovers, he's like, over here, Tia, come on, over here, Tia, boom, boom, boom. But he's such a blessing in my life. He's currently playing with Sean Jones and who else? He played with Sean Jones just a couple days ago here, and many, many other people. I love you, Mark. Please put your hands together for Mark Whitfield Jr. So, once again, thank you so much, Dizzy's, for having us roll in, and Uni, and hopefully we'll see you soon. We do have a second set, Also, if any of you live in Atlanta, we'll be at the Atlanta Jazz Festival this Saturday. And in Minneapolis in June, I can't remember, but June 11th is DC at the City Winery. And then also out in Philadelphia at South, I think the Club South, I think it's June 22nd and 23rd. But just stay posted to my website, and hopefully I'll see you soon, okay? Remember, yes, last but not least, sure, actually the most important is continue to etch in your greatness and your diamondness, because that's what it's all about. It's about enduring the extreme pressure and the extreme temperature of your life that I know all of us have had, and rising to the surface and knowing that it's about etching into your diamondness and being the diamond cut that you are. So thank you so much. God bless and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the Tia Fuller Quartet. One more time for the Tia Fuller Quartet. Chris Smith, Mark Whitfield Jr., Andrew Renfroe, and Tia Fuller. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for coming to Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola. You can check out our schedule at jazz.org and see who's performing not only at Dizzy's, but the Rose Theater and the Appel Room as well. We do have CDs for sale. If you're interested in taking this music home, you can come to the bar. One more time for Tia Fuller. Thank you again for coming to Dizzy's. Hopefully, we'll see you all very soon. Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola. Thank you for coming out and joining us here at Jazz Lincoln Center. We're about to hear some great music by some wonderful and extraordinary artists. Just a few house rules, just to be mindful of the conversations at the table, to a quiet whisper, so you can all go on this musical journey together. So please help me welcome on the drums, Mark Whitfield Jr. on the drums. On the bass, Chris Smith on the bass. On the guitar, Andrew Renfroe. Andrew Renfroe on the guitar. And our headliner this evening, always great seeing you here at Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola. Let's give a warm round of applause to Tia Fuller.
Welcome to the second set. Welcome to the second set here at Dizzy's. You guys doing all right? All right. So we have to start off marinating you with that first song, Marinate. You guys know what marinating is? It's more than marinating, but it's when it just really soaks into the essence of the spirit. Okay. Yes, I know we're at Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola at Lincoln Center, but it's okay to let go just a little bit. And I know it's Monday, but hey, it's Tuesday. See, I don't even know what day it is. Well, I want to welcome you all so much. Hey, every day's a Friday for me, so. Please, again, put your hands together for Mr. Andrew Renfroe on the guitar. And on bass, keep your hands together for Mr. Chris Smith. And on drums, Mr. Mark Whitfield Jr. So we're going to Africa. This composition, well, first of all, we're in celebration mode of the diamonds that you are. And my latest release, actually it's not even out yet, but you can get your pre-signed, ordered copy here at Dizzy's, fresh off the press. And the name of the album is entitled Diamond Cut. And just to give you a little bit of background, when I was doing research on diamonds and creating this album, I realized that I had a lot in common with the diamond, and I'm sure you all can relate to this. And so when I read up, one, I found out that a diamond knows that it's a diamond upon inception. All right? I'm gonna start right there. Now, sometimes it takes a little while for the diamond to be formed, right? So, as I continued through my studies, I found out that when the diamond is embedded in the earth, in order for it to rise to the earth, it has to endure an extreme amount of temperature and pressure. Come on now. Y'all follow me? Temperature and pressure in order to rise to the top. And even though you rise to the top as a diamond, you're still in the midst of formulating and etching into your diamondness. So once the diamond rises to surface, enduring extreme amount of temperature and pressure, the term diamond cut actually relates to not size and not the size or the state of the diamond, but the brilliance of the diamond rests in its reflection of light and the way that it is balanced and proportioned. Are y'all following me? Come on now. All right, we got some churchgoers in here. You know what I'm talking about. All right? So, I was like, oh man, I'm feeling this diamond thing. It's not just shine bright like a diamond. I'm sorry, Rihanna. Because diamonds reflect light. So we, as diamonds, reflect the light that has been poured into us from our ancestors, from our mothers, from our fathers, from our peers, from our mentors. And it's up to us to reflect the light and project the light back out into the universe. So, I teach at Berklee College of Music. And yeah, give it up for Berklee. We have some. But I just came back from celebrating my 20-year, I just told on myself, Spelman College reunion, and I have one of my Spelman, all right, one of my Spelman sisters. Okay, so enough of the storytelling, but I just wanted to share that narrative with you because all of this music is resurrected, really, out of this concept of diamond and etching further into your diamondness all the time. At Berklee, I talk about this in school, how you have to etch further into your diamondness. And once you feel like you've arrived, you haven't, because there's further to etch into. And you might have to go back into the depth of the surface in order to endure the extreme pressure and temperature to keep rising and keep rising and keep rising. So with that, we're gonna start in Africa. We're gonna start with the composition that I wrote for a very good friend of mine. He's a spiritual mentor back out in Atlanta. And this is entitled The Coming, and this is where it all started from in Africa. This is actually a plight of Africans basically being the Middle Passage, basically. And so there are 4 sections in this song. It's Africa, the boat, the unsteadiness of the boat, the plantation, and then freedom. Okay? So we're gonna take you on a journey. Here we go. Put your hands together. Here we go. Yep. Thank you. Woo! Wow. I want to thank you all because that was the first time that had ever been played in public. So thank you for being the first listeners. So, as diamonds, sometimes we don't always act like diamonds. And we're reformed diamonds that want to act diamond. And you want to, not want to, but sometimes in our not as heightened self, but in our lower self, that diamonds can kind of be diamonds, right? So that last composition is entitled Fury of Diamond. Diamond. It's the altered state of diamond. You guys are looking at me like, you know what I'm talking about. Those folks that just don't act right all the time. Act right, not act, but act right. Okay, all right, so we'll leave it right there. If you want to hear, more of an extensive story, maybe you can hit me on my website. But prior to that, did you all like that one, first of all? That was, give it up for Andrew Renfroe. Woo! That's a fun one. It's a challenging one. The tune before that was Queen Intuition, and that was the slower one. And I actually wrote that for all the queens in the house and in the world who just keep it together, for the royalty and that intuition. I know my mom always used to say, something just doesn't feel right. I don't know, so I'm gonna actually take this other road because something's just not feeling right. And then you find out that there's an accident on, the road. So to honor all of the queens and the intuition that we have as women, right? Oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna continue, and in celebration of diamonds and diamond cut, this next composition is one of my favorite off of Nancy Wilson and Cannonball Adderley album. Yeah, okay, I'm loving y'all right here. And this, right, yes, more of that. Yes, honey, yes. And this is a standard entitled Save Your Love for Me. One of my very good friends who's actually a diamond in my life, Mr. Warren Wolf. I think he's watching, a great vibraphonist. But I had called him up and said, Warren, can you contribute something to my album? Because I need one more tune. And I can't write another one. And he was like, I got you, Tia. An hour later, this is what he came up with. And this is his arrangement and one of my personal favorites of Save Your Love for Me. And next time we play it live, I'm going to sing it. I can't do it right now because I don't know all the lyrics, but I'm going to sing it. Okay, here we go. Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together for Mr. Chris Smith on the bass. And once again, keep your hands together for Mr. Andrew Renfroe on guitar. I want to thank you all so much for celebrating the CD release. We are also celebrating, this is our first performance as a group together. Did you all like it? We've had 2 rehearsals, this performance. We have a lot of performances coming up more recently on Saturday. If anybody's going to be in Atlanta, we'll be playing at the Atlanta Jazz Festival and then out in Philly. All right, ATL. Oh, Jimmy! Okay, first of all, I have to just give big ups to a couple of my sisters in the house. I got my Spellman sister back here, Miss Donna Hope. That's my girl, all the way from Spellman, 20-something years. And I got my sisters from the Beyonce band over here, Miss Divinity Rocks, a great MC and bass player, and my girl, Miss Nikki Glaspie. She's playing with Maceo Parker. She's also playing with her group, In Power. And Divi, what's your name of your group? Okay, Divinity Rocks, honey. So give it up for them. Check them out. And I think also one of my sisters is Mimi Jones here. Mimi Jones, back there. She's a great bass player as well. All of these ladies have projects out, so please, you know, we're in this Me Too movement, women empowerment movement. And I'm sorry, but this is the era of women. It always has been. It always will be. I'm sorry, we birth life, and any man, I'm sure, that has been married will say that in support of it, who is still married. Okay, so I want to thank Roland, and I want to thank the rest of Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola for having us. It's truly a blessing to be here again. And most importantly, I hope that you all were inspired to continue to etch into the diamondness, into your greatness, the diamond cutness, if I can make up my own word, in your life. Okay? It's all about restructuring and going through the temperature and the pressure and surfacing, and then resurfacing, going through more temperature and pressure in order to etch further into our greatness. So thank you so much on behalf of my quartet. God bless, and hopefully we'll see you very soon, okay? Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Tia Fuller Quartet. One more time for the Tia Fuller Quartet. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for coming to Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola. We do have more music coming up for you. Matt Dewantic will be performing momentarily, and you're more than welcome to stay. We have so many wonderful artists performing here at Dizzy's, in the Rose Theater, in the Appel Room. You can go to our website at jazz.org and see who's performing here at Jazz Lincoln Center. A lot of wonderful and extraordinary artists. Matt Dewantic coming up momentarily.